Guys, ready to be blown away? It's time. So excited.
All right, everybody. Good to have you all here again as we look at business drivers, business growth drivers. Let's start with a funny exercise. If you are in this session, one thing I can say is that you love money a lot. Whenever you see a seminars,
I love it.
you definitely love a lot of money. All right. So let us start with a funny exercise I like to do. Is I want you to write the money you want to make in your business for the next 5 years. Let's assume that it's 5 years from today. How much do you want to see as cash in your bank account, in your business bank account? Let's deal with cash first. Let's forget about business worth. Let's focus on cash. Sales. You're making sales. You have removed your expenses and all of that. How much do you want to have in your bank account in 5 years from now?
Million. Hey, already how much you want to make in our businesses in the next 5 years?
Yes. All right. Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Writing is very powerful. Write it down.
I forgot. Let me bring you guys the notebooks.
Okay.
Yes, that's what.
Go ahead. Awesome. I see $5 million. That's good. Don't be afraid to write money. 10 million. 10 million. Good.
Here you go.
Good.
Here you go.
Wow.
Everything.
There is something I teach known as the school of the rich and the school of the poor. The school of the rich and the school of the poor. Okay. In the school of the poor, people are afraid to call money. It's free to think, but many people get scared to even mention certain amounts of money. Good. 10 million francs, $10 million, not francs. All right. Who else?
Snap. Look at me.
Awesome.
100 million.
Good. $100 million. It's coming.
Yes, sometimes get scared to say it. There you go.
$1 billion. Good. After my session, you're going to do a reassessment to see if you have what it takes to make that amount of money.
Okay.
But the first is write it down.
Okay.
Write the vision down. The Bible says.
So what if we start thinking about how much do you want to make in 5 years in your business?
Let's say it's 5 years from today, and you look at your bank account, cash, and you have a choice not to reinvest, to spend it, go and tour the world, whatever you want. That's your choice. But this is it. Right? Okay, good. That's the first exercise. Now, the second thing I want to do is, anytime I'm about to lead a session, I always encourage people to do 2 important things. And this is something I can do with the previous sessions and the next coming session, right? Relevant knowledge is useless if you don't put it to action. There are many people that have access to relevant information, but there's nothing relevant happening in their lives, right? And in business is very powerful. And it depends on what you do with the knowledge that you acquire. Okay? So in a session like this, or any other session that you attend from today, always do 2 important things. I always like to draw a T table for those lead accounting, a T table, right? On the left, I write the things I will stop doing because of what I learned. What will you stop doing as a business person because of what you have learned?
Oh, so if you pick up the chart so they can see.
Okay. Are you there? Then on the right, you write down the things you will start doing because of the lessons you have learned today. And for my session, I'm a trainer, I'm a certified trainer, and I love practical stuff a lot. For my session, sorry for those who are online, I have published 7 business books on different things, and you can find them on Amazon. But for my session, I'm going to give 3 people copy of my book, right? And these 3 people, you will have to tell me one thing you will stop doing from any of the sessions, not just my session that you have gone through, and one thing you will start doing because of what you have learned today. Right? Then I'll give you a copy of Building, Managing, and Monetizing Attention. Attention is among the top 3 currencies right now in the world.
That's right.
Let me give you an example. Somebody who has 1 million followers on Facebook, if they publish a product that they're selling in 5 minutes, they can sell 1,000 copies of that product.
Attention is one of the, what did you call it now?
One of the top 3 assets. You can call it current asset for those who are counting, they understand what I'm saying. Because you can easily convert it to cash. Right? So I decided to write a book on how do you build attention, how do you manage attention, and how can you make money from this attention. So somebody will get that book.
That would be me.
Right? Then there is a book, the Business Idea Handbook. There are some people that they have many ideas, they don't know which one is profitable.
That's right.
And there are some that they want to start a business, but they don't know where to get the ideas from. Right? Now, then the last one is skyrocket your profit, 30 marketing and sales strategies. I've had the privilege to travel 20 countries to speak and consult. And one of the things I do is I build strategies for businesses, especially marketing and sales. So I decided to just document them in this book, 30 of them. You can just read, follow a step-by-step, practice in your business, and you can see sales happening in your business. Sometimes people want to increase marketing and sales, but they don't know what can I really do, right? So I've documented that. So I'm going to give these for free to 3 best people. Right? All right, good. Business growth is something that
competition.
Right? Okay. Business growth is something that I can even teach for 6 hours because it's very robust. Right? But I'm going to give some general perspectives, general ideas that you can begin to look at to grow whatever you're trying to build and make money from. And I like to use the word drivers because growth never happens by guesswork. In business, guesswork is not a business strategy. And one thing that, you can start a business by guesswork. It's very possible. You can. That's why in the first 5 years, 80% die out. Because many started out of guesswork, excitement, assumption, and because my friend is doing something. But when it comes to growth, it's a science. It's an art. It takes intentions, it takes strategy, it takes a lot of things to get it done. So I like to use the word drivers, because if you don't drive growth, you will never see growth. If you study from the most valuable companies in the world to the least companies in the world, you will see that one thing that separates the great and the minimal companies is how their leaders drive these companies. Right? Good. So let's look at what is business growth. This is how I like to look at business growth. This is where your business reaches the point for expansion. There is a point that you are ready for growth. You cannot start your business on Monday and you start talking about growth on Tuesday. That business will die on Wednesday. And then we're going to bury it on Thursday and then do cry die on Friday. And then do a church service on Sunday, and then you go back to the corporate world. Right? There is a point, there is a state that requires business growth. And there are certain things that qualifies that. There you start seeking for additional options to generate more profit, because the foundation of every businessman is, how do I make more money? If I made $100,000 last year as profits, how do I double that? How do I triple that? How do I 10 that particular money? So the point is, you need to reach a certain level of growth. That is why I like to say that you don't need external money to start a business. You need external money to grow a business. I don't trust anybody who has an idea and looking for a loan. Yes. If you are truly entrepreneurial, you will find a way to test that idea, to validate it. That is so true. Then you can look for external source to finance the business. I have seen hundreds of people in depression because they have lost a startup and they're thinking of how will I pay back the money I borrowed. It's not a good place to be. It's not a good place to be a failure and be in debt at the same time. It's very dangerous. Yeah. For those who have gone through just one of that part, you understand. Then imagine mingling the two together. You have failed in business and then you have loans to pay back.
Yeah, sure.
So you need money to scale a business. And that is why your business needs to reach a certain point. Then you start talking about growth. And there is a point where when your business reaches, you will definitely grow and become better. So what are some of these drivers? I'll run through and then I get some questions and we're good to go. I hope those who are online are good and you're getting some points as we proceed. Yeah. So what are some of these drivers? Number one, upskill and reskill. Let me tell you something. If you like, you can argue me, but go and do your research after this. Whatever you have right now as your cash and your net worth directly corresponds to the quality of your skill set. If you are worth $1 million right now, you only have skills that can make $1 million. You will never be worth above the quality of your mental intelligence and your ability to understand how to get things. If Jeff Bezos is running Amazon that sometimes recruits 1 million people in America, he has the skill set to do that. So one of my equations in business is, if you want to go to the next level, acquire the skills the next level requires. So if your business presently makes $1 million francs a month, $1 million, I'm sorry, Cameroon. Right? My largest clients are in Cameroon, right? If you want to start making $1 million every month, and you want to move from making $500,000, your first preoccupation should be, what knowledge do I need to acquire and what skills do I need to get that can enable me to make $1 million? For example, the business credit that was just taught here, that is a practical example of you living from where you have been to where you can be because of what you have received.
Absolutely.
Right? So, when you have the right skills, they directly impact your business. They can impact your adaptability to market changes. There are many people that COVID-19 was the mortuary that took care of their business. They did not have the ability to adapt. That's true. COVID-19 just exposed their poor business skills. So the right skills enables you to adapt. So either you're upskilling or you're reskilling. Upskilling means you need to acquire totally new skill set to be able to win in business, right? Reskilling means that you have some skills, but a lot of change due to the market, and you need to upgrade. For example, if iPhone upgrades, you need to upgrade your knowledge in iPhone to know how to use it. It's the same for business. So when you upskill and reskill, it optimizes your business operations, it enhances decision-making, and all of this directly impacts how much you make in your business. So with all of these skills, right, they can impact these core areas in your business. Show me a businessman who can adapt to market changes. I will show you a businessman who will never fail in business. recession will only kill a poorly skilled person. That's fact. Same for inflation.
Go back to upskill and reskill.
Yes. So with upskilling, let me take a practical example with technology. Right. Okay. You need to mute something.
Yeah.
Please, guys, can we just be patient and this is very important for us.
There's a place to deactivate. Somebody goes on mute to come in. Security.
Security. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Okay. All right. Good. Only you.
All right. Good. Okay.
All right.
Good. We're good to go, right? Are you guys still there? The people online? Awesome.
Yes.
So, with upskilling, right? With upskilling, you are adapting to improve on what you already have. You understand? So let's take technology, for example. Let's take one of the companies or the daily business softwares or applications that are recently upgraded so much is Microsoft. For example, with their Microsoft Copilot. It can help you. It can help you not, instead of typing Excel formulas on your own, you just describe what you want Excel to do, and Copilot improves the formula for you. Right? Now, for many people, we have been used to doing formula ourselves.
Yeah.
Same for PowerPoint. Instead of you trying to do the PowerPoint, you just copy your content, paste it, it creates PowerPoint for you.
Copilot.
Yes.
I love it.
Right? So, but now, before you could design PowerPoint with your hands, but now you need to upskill and know how to use Microsoft Copilot with the recent technologies, right? Now, reskilling now means if you, for example, if you want to go to a new sector or you want to add a new sector into your business, for example, one of the things that I teach in strategy is digital transformation. And sometimes for a business to truly go through digital transformation, you will need to learn a totally new skill set in order to transform. Now you need to reskill so that you can adapt with that. Right? Let's say like marketing, for example, there are AI platforms now where if you go put your business industry, put the products that you do, and you press an enter key, it will create everything that you need as far as branding is concerned and messaging is concerned, and then you can use that in business. Right? So you need to do that for you to shine in business. Now, here's my favorite formula as far as skills are concerned in business. Now, follow me here carefully. If you understand that simple formula, a lot will change in business. And this is where people will stop forcing you to even buy books and read. Nobody will force you to take courses because you'll be the person seeking for courses now because you need to operate from this dimension. Now, skills, tasks, problems, and results. Show me a businessman that can master this. I will show you a profitable business person. Skills applied to tasks to solve problems generate results. And results can mean more sales and more profits. So many business people are in the same place in business because they cannot solve problems. They cannot solve problems. So show me a business that is not making more money. I may start pinpointing a marketing problem. I may start pinpointing a product design problem. I may start pinpointing a staff problem. I may start pinpointing many things. But the problem is just in the middle. So skills apply to tasks because you need skills to break problems into tasks. Right?
Yes.
Now, let's take who is going through a business problem right now. Let's solve it using this formula. Who is going through? Which business problem are you going through right now? Anybody?
A couple. Oh, we want to expand on our marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big part for us.
Simple.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I want to use a different person because I'm working with the art and I'm handling their marketing.
Yeah,
so
go with that.
I have a new strategy in my head already. I need a new strategy that no problem. So
marketing problem, different problem.
marketing problem too. What are you selling?
Services.
What services?
Training consulting.
Training consulting. Okay, we are in kind of similar products, right? So you do training consulting. Give me your best offer. What's your best consulting offer right now? The offer that if you give to the clients, you consult, they will be mind blown away and they will pay you well without asking questions. You believe in that offer. What's the offer?
What, in monetary terms, or how do you mean? Or in
terms of what's the name of any offer, right? That you believe that if you serve anybody with that offer, you will create impact and they'll pay you without thinking twice. Just give me the name of the offer.
Sustainability education.
Sustainability education. Good. Now, that is it. And you're struggling to marketing sustainability education, right?
Yeah, okay, yes.
Because you said marketing problem.
Yes. I just got here, so maybe also I'm not the right. So I was trying to push it to him.
Okay.
But maybe I am the right candidate because I just got here a couple months ago. But so yeah, maybe
you are new in the States.
Yes.
Okay.
New in this, yeah.
You are new in this business or in the States?
In the States.
Okay. Now, your problem is not marketing. Your problem is credibility and attention.
I told that book is mine, that one.
That's true.
So you can quickly diagnose that because I'm using this simple formula, right? Your problem is this. And if you stay only here, you can be heavily gifted as a coach and you can be in the US, a typical capitalist market where anybody who has knowledge can shine. But in 10 years, nobody knows you.
There's no than me, but in my country, we have to say God forbid. You have to install. What would you think?
Well, the funny thing is, I'm also a pastor, and I say prophetic declaration and not a business strategy.
No.
Now, the challenge here, your main problem here is you are gifted, but nobody knows you in Houston. Nobody knows you in Texas.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you in America. That's the problem. Credibility and attention. Now, what skills can you apply to what task that can make you known and get paid? So, the skills here will start helping you. If you have marketing skills, you start using it. If you have digital marketing, social media marketing, attention building, and all of that, you start using it. So you start looking at, okay, how can I break my lack of credibility problem into tasks so that I can start implementing those tasks, right? Oh, my problem is that nobody knows me in Houston. But what task can I start doing on a daily basis so people can know me in Houston? Oh, you know what? With my skills in networking, if I identify where people who do the things I do, where they go, I can start going there. Right? Or number two, how can I use social media content creation and paid ads to get people consume what I create for free so they can start trusting me, then they can pay for my services later. You are breaking it down and you're using your skills to achieve the task when you solve the problems, and in 3 months, you're seeing results. People who did not know you may start trusting you, and that's the process. So it is always about, for every problem, what is the skill that you need to acquire? You see, so for every business problem, always trace it to a certain skill set. When you get this right, a lot of things will set in. So it's the same like money. I always say that, show me an entrepreneur who doesn't have capital to scale. I will show you an entrepreneur who does not know how to look for money. It's not the lack of money. There are billionaires that have a lot of money. There are banks. Okay, look at what Uncle Frank shared today. How many of you now believe that you can raise money?
Ah, man, all of us. Some of us.
But if you came, your confidence level to raise money was 0.
0.00.
But the right knowledge came in, it grew.
Yes.
Right? You are able to break down that money problem into tasks. What are the tasks? Go and create D and B account. DNB accounts.
Yeah.
What's the task? Go to NAV. When you start breaking it down, the problem of money starts disappearing.
That's right. That's right.
And then results start coming in.
Wow.
And then it spreads your business.
Wow.
Many people struggle. That's why the rich pay for the best.
Yes.
Very true.
Now, I want to start to say in Cameroon pidgin. Now, poor man the bargain.
Yes.
So just a point, and I'm not one thing, but I was talking to a friend who works with corporate. He's a CXO.
Yeah.
He was saying that he consulted, somebody came to consult for them, and she was his boss, so she knows exactly what she can offer.
Yeah.
She's a US person,
Mm-hmm.
and that she said her service was $10,000 she was going to charge.
Yeah.
So he called her and said, "You have to charge $25,000
Thank you.
because if they see your invoice in finance
Yes.
for $10,000 in this company, they're like, they don't think you know what you're doing."
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
But I know he was using that to advise me to say, when you send a proposal to us, auntie, don't think of it like that.
Exactly,
You
right?
gotta have it.
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
the point,
Yeah. So it is very important to see it from that perspective. So anytime that you have a business problem, start thinking, how can I break this problem into tasks? And what skills do I need to solve the task so that the task can solve the problems and generate the results I'm looking for? Right? Good. Let's proceed. Our people are online are good. When you have scaled yourself, when you have scaled your skills, you have scaled whatever that you're doing as far as you're concerned. I didn't want to start with 0.00.1, which is mindset. And I assume that maybe many of us have listened to teachings on that, right? But that is 0.00.1. If your mindset is wrong, your business will be wrong. It may sound a typical motivational speaking, but that's a fact. Right? Point 2 here, scale your team.
Yeah.
There is a place in business when you reach, you stop asking, how can I do this? You start asking, who can do this? The wealthy people ask, who can get this done? That's one thing they are so good at. But many of us, even though we have the money, we're still focusing on what can I do? What can I do? No, you need to move. Who can get this done for me? Uncle Frank said something where I always say that, please, when your business starts making money, the first thing to increase is not your living standards. That's for kids.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
When your business starts making some money, the next immediate thing to increase is not your salary even. It's not how you live. The next immediate thing to scale is your team. And get people who will do what you're struggling at better than you. Way better than you. That's why C students hire the best MBA students.
Yes.
That's why they go to these universities during graduation and they hire them.
Yes.
They focus on, okay, who can get this done? Who can get this done? Marketing is a problem. Who can I get this done? Thank God now we are in the gig economy, where sometimes you see a particular problem, you can run to Fiverr, you cannot hire a full-time staff and get that person for a week, for 2 days, and they get that thing done for you, and your business keeps moving. You need to scale your team. And your team here includes coaches and consultants. There are people moving around the bush with things that a 1 hour session with a consultant will play off of their head for years.
Yeah.
But since many of us, the African community, our level of how much we value and respect knowledge is still very low.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you chat something like, only for talk. Well, it's clear, right?
Yeah.
But
That's true.
if you are in business and you're serious to grow, let me give you a simple analogy. Look at the best performing companies in the world. Go and check their staff strength. No, just go and check their staff strength.
Yes.
Just go on Google and type how many people are working in Apple, Facebook, Google, all this great. Just go and check. That will give us medium and small business owners a message. If you struggle in business for 2 years and they tell you there's a breakthrough, and the next thing you change is your car, that business may not meet the failure. Because going back to point one, there's a level of growth your business will only experience based on how much additional skill sets come in to complement your skill set and resources. Then you can rise to the top. And in business, if you want to scale a team, you can look at two key areas. Who can scale customer experience and who can scale your sales? That's always the first place to get it done. When that starts scaling, you start looking for who can handle the operations so that you can avoid complaints from too many customers. You get operations right. You start doing it like that. And before you know it, your business is doing well, private. See, let me tell you something. I'm one of those who believe that any business can make money. I have coached thousands of people in my young life, thousands, spoken in hundreds of events, 20 countries and counting. I have not seen a bad business. I've only seen bad entrepreneurs. You want to doubt me? Think of that business you started and you said it's a very bad and hard business. Is somebody else not making money from that business somewhere? It's never about the industry.
That's not true.
It's never about the industry. It's always about us. Either we picked the wrong industry or we are not capable enough to make it in that industry. That is always the problem. So scale your team. All right? Good. I'm going fast because I like practical sessions so that I can have time for questions. The thing you should be scaling is equipment. This is one of the most important drivers in business growth that we ignore. Equipment. There are some core equipments that you need to scale immediately your business reach a certain point. Scale your mobile phone, scale your laptop, scale your car if you need to, scale whatever directly impacts your operations and business. There are many people that their business is struggling because the equipment that needs scaling, they're still managing it. Like in Africa, when you're not working with the laptop, shake it, then sellotape it. And then we manage it again for another month. Then you hit it again.
I'm guilty of that. My wife has stolen my laptop for a teacher.
They just let it go.
Right? So you need to thinking. Some of you need to scale your digital platforms. There's something I always teach and I always say that. How many of us read this economics book that I read in secondary school? Adam Smith. What's that title of that book again? Wealth of Nations. Where it spoke about the factors of production. If you bring back Adam Smith from 18 something to 2023, he's going to rewrite that book and he's going to add digital platforms as one of the factors of production.
Yes.
Digital platforms in 2023 are among the top 5 factors of production. So when I talk about scaling your equipment, I'm also talking about what are those online platforms that are critical to your business operations that you need to scale. That is why some things that you have been using for free, you may need to start paying annual revenue, annual fee, so you get the full premium services. I was talking to a gentleman, I said, so we are doing something. I had the paid version and he had the free version, so he was struggling to do it well. Then I asked him a funny question. Are you paying Netflix every month? He said yes. So why are you not paying this every month? You're an entrepreneur. But you can effortlessly pay
Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix.
Yes.
Such a good example.
Yes.
Without thinking twice.
Yes.
But Gmail or the Google Workplace is critical for your business in this dispensation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are still using Microsoft free. But you can pay Netflix. How is that? How is that normal? So you start thinking of that direction. There are some businesses that will stay in a certain level and plateau for so long because people have not scaled. You may need to scale your office space. I put this picture intentionally. This was when I started my journey in 2012 in Kumbo Inva.
Oh, is that in
Yes.
Okay.
This is Inva.
In Cameroon.
Then yes, in Cameroon. Years later, we moved in the village. Years later, we moved here and all of that.
Wow.
Right? Some things started happening when we started scaling. So always scale. What I ask my clients to do is every new year, before you enter every new year, ask yourself, what equipment do I need to scale? Budget for it. Budget for it. You need it. There are some companies SMEs that will remain the same year after year because they are not scaling their equipment. So what do you need to scale? The fourth driver you need to get right. Reduce customer churn. Don't mind the font. It's UR, not UN. It's just the font style that I choose.
All right.
Reduce customer churn and increase customer onboarding. What's customer churn? Customer churn refers to the rate at which existing customers stop doing business with you. This is one of the silent killers of businesses. Between your startup stage and that point where you need to scale, you started doing things that people who started with you started leaving you and going to competitors. And if you're a Christian, you start binding one uncle in the village. 21 days of fasting and prayers. Meanwhile, you are doing things that are sponsoring customer churn. More customers are leaving you who started with you, but they have left you because there are certain things that they have been complaining about and you have ignored. Maybe you have been slow to deliver certain services because your equipment are old and you are not scaling the equipment. They have complained until they are tired. Maybe you are delaying because you answer all the calls and try to deliver the value alone. Just to hire a part-time customer service agent, you don't want to do it. You are greedy with the money. So customers complain a lot of issues happen, then they begin to churn out. Remember, the key word here is existing customers.
Yeah.
It is cheaper to keep an existing customer and upsell to the customer than acquiring a new customer. The cost of customer acquisition is more than the cost of maintaining customers. So wise business people upsell. They do their best to upsell. What is upselling? Let's take Ngozi, for example. The first client that comes to you paid for your staff, just managers coaching session to coach them on, let's say, adaptability. Maybe somebody came to you, my managers are always under pressure and all of that. You do skill analysis, discover that they don't have an adaptive mind, adaptive performance, things like that. It's ready to coach them for 2 hours and you charge maybe $5,000, $10,000, whatever, depending on the size of the company. But one of your major goals should be that That is just a tip of what you can offer. How can you upsell more? One of the signs of a good business person is you are so good at using whatever you have been given to make people spend more money in your business. If a customer walks into your business and they have $10,000, your goal is that you take all of the money. That's your goal. not in a bad way. You just sell the right products. Let them be so mesmerized that they buy every day. Like, please, my money is finished. I'll come tomorrow and continue. Yeah, exactly. Right. So you are so good at upselling. Show me a business person that upsells. I'll show you a business person with lower level of customer churning. So you cannot scale a business. You cannot grow a business with high rates of existing customers leaving you, because the immediate negative consequence is that you will need more money for marketing to acquire new customers. Now, expenses are going out. It's better to give a 10% discount to one customer than to go through a marketing process of getting 1,000 leads and maybe end up getting just 2 who are going to pay. Cost. So if there's one thing you should be worried about, it's the rate at which existing customers are entering your business. You should be very, very worried about it. Get a consultant, a coach immediately. Let that thing be sorted out. Let them break down your business and rebuild it back up. Get that right. So, if you're in business, avoid losing existing customers. Number 5, increase traffic. There is something in business known as foot traffic. There are some businesses that they will locate that business only in areas with high foot traffic. Many times when we're building marketing strategies, we look at, this kind of business, you don't need a location where they need high foot traffic. That's why you see some businesses here that are located around shopping centers. They're targeting high foot traffic. That's why I look at every shopping center, you see a McDonald's, you see a Chick-fil-A, you see all these quick eaty guys. They'll be there. It's foot traffic they're targeting. Yes. The more foot traffic you can increase, the more you can scale. Now, in this dispensation, in the 1980s, our grandfather spoke about foot traffic. But in our age, we now talk about online traffic. To measure your online traffic, let me ask you a question. If somebody heard about you today for the first time and you go and type your full names on Google, what would they see? That's your online traffic. If I type your name now, what will I see?
Bad reviews. This company review, not those people that leave reviews on all companies.
Right? So, when you're thinking of scaling, and one thing with traffic is it can also work at the startup stage, not only at the scaling stage. So you need to increase. What can I do to increase more traffic into my physical store, if you have one, or into my online space? Whatever that you can do to make people just to come and see. Your goal is, forget about, we're not really the buying stage yet. Let them just see you. Mm-hmm. And research says that there are some people that will see you for 7 times before they ask you the 8th time how much, how far. It looks like this man is serious. Right? So their goal is to orchestrate circumstances that can bring that traffic.
Yes.
For some people, it could be constant online content creation, writing, reels, videos, whatever. You're doing it. You're bringing in people together. For some people, there are many people I've worked with them. One of the things we had to do, we had to look for bloggers, top bloggers in that particular country, and we pay them and they blog about you. Okay. Immediately some certain blogs block about you, your
Blogs.
Google online traffic start increasing. Because if somebody goes now and type leadership coaches, traffic
Should come.
because leadership coaching is the same like somebody driving into Walmart and seeing check filling. It's the same just like online, right? So you need to make sure you increase. What can you do to increase traffic? That's why there are some businesses that they will keep on doing things to increase traffic. Their focus is not for you to buy. Their focus is, are you seeing them? Because with branding is all about perception. The more people see, there are some things that the more you see, you just get angry. Kind of thing, let me just check and see. It's right there, check it out.
Yes, exactly.
You just check it out angrily. Right? So increase traffic. Look at the type of your business right now. I have given all kinds of crazy ideas to increase traffic. There's a company in South Africa now where they publicly do staff birthdays.
Oh, wow.
But people don't know that is a business strategy that I give. And then we have the number in that company is with a staff birthday, you have to invite at least 50 people.
Oh, wow.
And the staff funds 80% of the birthday.
The staff funds it.
Yeah. No, I mean the company.
Okay, I was scared. I was like,
So they say, yeah.
okay.
But the goal is you have to, and it's well calculated. Don't family members maximum 6. The rest must be strangers because family members already know where you
Oh, yes. I see.
Exactly.
I see.
But if it's more than 50, it's okay. The more people, the better.
Better.
And then the birthday host in the lobby, and then there are always banners and samples.
Wow.
They do that consistently. Now imagine a company with 1,500 staff. Imagine how many people.
Those are potential customers.
Exactly. 1,500 staff. Imagine that all of them invite 50 people and above for birthdays every year.
And then they all post on the tag and then they talk there.
You see, you get a ripple effect of that strategy. You see, so whatever you can do to increase more attention to what you do will directly or indirectly impact your business for it to grow. All right. Number 6 is get your lead generation right. Now, lead generation directly includes or involves traffic. Now, with lead generation, it's about attracting individuals who have shown a level of interest. Let me give an example. Have you ever Google searched something on Google and immediately you come on Facebook, start seeing
It shows up, yes.
So,
I'm like, what is
Okay.
even thoughts.
Even thoughts.
Let me talk
Not as
to.
much. Or sometimes
Yes,
you would talk to someone.
I was
Suddenly their stuff will start popping up on your
Yes.
Facebook.
AI is
Thoughts, all of that. I'm looking for something in my head. It's very loud.
Sometimes we may feel it's thought, but it's because they are good at relating your online data
Yes.
and then suggesting things to you.
You go to Amazon and search for things and then you go to Facebook.
And start seeing those. Exactly. It's part of lead generation.
Yes.
They're just so good at it. Have you ever asked yourself, why is that you don't pay for WhatsApp? And what WhatsApp gets from you is more than what you can pay.
Yes.
Data.
Data, yeah. What they get
Daily
from you,
habits, the words you talk about, the kind of conversations you talk about, other things. Yes. They combine it. They have a way they make the real money from.
That's Facebook.
Then ask yourself, why is that you don't pay for WhatsApp that is valued at billions of dollars? But you don't pay for
we don't pay for it. It's free.
right?
It's valued at billions of dollars.
Exactly. So all of those, a lot of companies pay a lot of money in lead generation. Another way of lead generation. Have you ever gone to a website and you download things for free?
Yes, yeah.
Checklists, frameworks,
Guide,
ebooks, assessments, all of that. What do they get from you? Your number and your email. 2 days later, check. It's not marketing to you. Marketing. You need to get. There's a level that when people show interest. Let's go back to the birthday company in South Africa. When people come, they don't force you. And they don't target everybody. They target only people who walk to the stands. Remember, lead generation only work with people who have shown a level of interest. So if you come and stand like this and you just eat their birthday cake and food and you go, nobody will bother you. Oh. But if you come and stand, see the birthday, eat stuff, and then you stroll to a stand, they lead. You have shown a level. They respect your intentions of leaving the cake to come and check what's happening. Then they hit you there. It's the same. Let's go back to the Google search and the Facebook ads. If you did not search, you never see it. You must never ever see it. But immediately you type on Google and press enter, you have shown a level of interest in those things. There are ready machinery, retargeted ads, ready for you to just click, pump it towards you. So you need to get that right. You also can start small with a small business. For people like us, for example, my lead generation was when I get into a place, I often speak a lot for free. Because no matter how good you are, if nobody knows that you're a talented poor man. That's true. There are so many talented poor people because nobody knows that they exist. So your lead generation is also a lot of free stuff. So I go, oh, I'm available to do this. I'm available to do this. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, all of that. Then the ripple effects start happening. So what can you do to create a situation where people can show interest into what you're doing? Then what can you do to take them from there to paying customers? Then you get your sales actions right. Lead generation without sales actions cannot grow a business. Sales actions refer to what? Any task, any activity, or any steps to move a prospect from the sales process to the closing stage. For example, somebody walks to you, to your stand. Let's go back to the birthday company. You walk to the stand, they have shown a level of interest. They get your number. Immediately, that's the first sales touch point. From there, the sales action starts. Hey, welcome, thank you. I want to talk, say very beautiful things. Then get your number, get stuff. And then tell, oh, can we call you at this time? Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do... Until they get to a stage where they can close you. Sales action is all about having a step-by-step process. Now, in the online space, they talk a lot about sales funnels. Just a process. When you click a link, you begin to read stuff from the top of the page right down to the last part of the page. Those are sales actions with a simple goal. Click the checkout button and pay some money. That's always the goal. When you do this, do it right. Now, driver number 8, the money. And Uncle Frank already spoke about this. Money, money, money. You need money for talent acquisition. You need money for marketing and customer acquisition. You need money to invest in technology and upgrade equipment. You need money to expand product development and so much more. You need money for all of this. Right? So when you are thinking about how do I grow my business, you also need to think about money. Because there are many of these things that you will need money at different stages. And that's why I said earlier, you don't need money to really start a business. You need money to grow a business. Because many of these things, and the most beautiful thing about America is that the credit system is structured to finance those that are ready to grow.
Yes.
You just need to get it right. So, need to find the money. And the beautiful thing about getting money at this stage is that you are not investing in an assumed idea. The dangers of getting money at the startup stage is that you are investing in an idea you have not validated. There's a course I teach known as idea validation. These are people that have so many ideas, but they have an idea that they have made up their mind. No, actually, this idea, I want to take it to the market. But an idea that you got in a shower is not market ready. You need to validate the idea using about 20 different instruments to be sure that is this idea really worth the market. So you need money to scale what you have validated. You need money to scale what you have some track record. That's why you know that investors don't really invest in very, very profitable businesses. They invest in companies or SMEs that have proven their ideas. They know that with their money, you are going to become profitable. Sometimes you don't need to focus. Sometimes you need to break even. You just even I do investment advisories for startups. I have seen many investors put money in a startup that is not making money. The most popular one in America is Mark Zuckerberg. He was not making money for 7 years. Right? Yes. They were heavily funded just because they were able to prove the concept. He started it, proved it, and then a group of people believe in the system. So, okay, you know what? This idea has a future. And he said, if you guys can fund me at a loss for this number of years, I can guarantee you a successful company. Luckily for him, he had people to do that. So think about the money. And in a country like America, the money is available. The money is there. It's about you understanding the regulations and the systems that will qualify you to get paid.
Yes.
It's only in America where immediately you create a business, banks start sending you and begging you to come and open an account and they give you money. In many other countries, it doesn't happen like that. When I was in Africa, when have you ever heard that in Africa? That doesn't happen. So the system is there just for you to leverage on it, understand it, and make good use of it. Now I can get questions. As I said, business growth is very robust, but these are some. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I hope the people online are there. You can ask questions for the next couple of minutes. Maximum 5 minutes so that Lily can complete with the last session.
Oh, yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah, no, ask my questions. All right. All right. Any questions? Let's start from questions from the people.
We won.
No, for people in the room, how they going to vote?
Awesome. All right. Any questions? Anybody with questions from online, even here? Then we'll now do a quick exercise and people tell us what did they learn.
Oh, this stuff.
What will you stop doing? Just one. I don't think many. Just one. What will you stop doing? And what will you start doing? It seems there are no questions. We don't have time to because Lily has to take over. Yes.
And it was super clear. What will I stop doing?
Yes.
I should jump. So, I wrote 3.
Okay.
What will I stop?
Yeah.
I said, imagine I'm going to stop putting my personal and business credit together.
Good.
I'm going to stop using multiple hats and focus on one.
Okay.
And I'm going to stop investing in and assume idea, just like you said.
Awesome.
So what I'm going to start doing, for my business, I'm going to start to consult. Whatever business idea I have, I'm going to consult first to know which kind of business I'm to start.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to start making use of resources like the nav.com, the ChatGPT, and so on. And then I'm going to start to scale my team.
Okay.
Right? And
Awesome.
I'm going to
That's
I'm going to stop. Yeah, I'm going to
Send it all. So you just
Yeah.
No, she's just saying to herself. Right? Yeah, to herself. All right. So you indicated the idea book.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Good. So please, I'll come and sign that tonight. All right. Yes. Now it's personal, right? So tell us, what will you do with your personal business?
Trading online, that's good.
Awesome.
You're next.
Start doing. I need to start trusting my instincts more. I need to keep learning and building. I need to continue to go or start doing more of this. So just sort of interacting and not I can sit on my own and like, okay, let me do this, but just crowdsourcing insights and information critical.
Yeah.
I need to stop running away from marketing. When you're talking about marketing, I'm like, oh my God, so we really have to do this thing, right? Just not being, I don't know, I struggle with that whole putting it out there, but I should, because again, if I don't.
If you're in the knowledge business.
Yes, exactly.
If you hit the camera, you're in trouble.
So here's the thing, I get into it and I will just go. But to get there, I have to psych myself to get into that space. So
no, treat it as a business activity.
Maybe I do that.
Treat it as a core business activity. And then there's something I teach known as do what your business needs you to do for that season.
Okay.
There are some seasons that your business needs you to be a tax person. And you need to sort out the taxes that season. And there are some seasons that your business needs to be a marketer. So do the marketing. So you don't do things based on how you feel. You do things based on what the business needs. Like right now, you're in a state where you're building credibility in a new environment, a new market. It's the same place where I am, right? So you need to, for marketing is what is a must. It's not a nice to have. It's a must have that you must do, right? Good. So what will you start doing? Another thing you said, or did you stop?
Okay, come to some of these activities, awesome. More engaged, keep learning, keep building, and yes.
Awesome. All right.
Good. Yes.
Go and build attention. 1 year. 1 year.
Right
1 year later, come and give me. Come and give me a testimony.
Yeah, I'm going to sign it for you as well. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Let me see. Wow. Stop doing funding my business with my funds. Good. Start doing build business credit and scale my tools and team. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Sarah says stop doubting my potentials and start using experts to grow my business. First thing I will do today is register my business with the DNB to build credit and NAV. That's good. Start using other people to make money. And all of that, the ideas keep coming. I will stop procrastinating on so many things in my business, and I will start building my business credits. Start realizing that I deserve a great functioning business. Oh yes, you do that. One thing that you want to see, you can do is business structurization. Very important.
Yes.
I will stop being afraid to use the people I have around, and I will start using people that I have around me, like Lily and Frank. Good news. Good news of that, right?
First name.
Javnyuy.
Javnyuy. Yes.
All right.
Oh, that's a good question. Doreen said, must you have an LLC before getting it done?
So Lily,
she came late for that segment.
Yes. Lily's going to sort that for you.
Yes.
Actually, go back and
start from that. But preferably, yes. Yes. Preferably, yes.
Yes. All right.
So, I'm not going to get my book. You're distracting me. To me, everything that I flushed is very, very important, right? It's like I have to stop doing everything you said and start doing everything you said. I think the first thing I do most is scaling on equipment, right?
Yes.
That's the first thing, because sometimes we get emotionally attached with things that we're on for too long. My wife every day she happy. So I even forgot about the airport. My wife was so happy going to town. Finish it to hospital. So I'm going to change that a lot. And then I'm also going to do a lot of upscaling. You see, because I realize, our as is and our to be can only be determined, by the size of how much, or how much knowledge and how many right?
Absolutely.
So that's something I'm really going to focus on that. Then also increasing traffic. I think that's something marketing we often ignore. And you cannot do it yourself.
Absolutely.
You understand? I sometimes you think that no, you don't know everything.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to invest heavily in this sector.
Yeah.
And actually transfer responsibilities.
Absolutely.
So I think with that, it's going to give me enough time to be able to scale.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's a relationship. But like I said, doctor, everything It's like I have, like we're just talking to me directly. Yeah, but everything I have to do. But these are the things that I'll focus on.
Then this 30 marketing and sales strategies is perfectly for you.
Yeah. No, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a business in Cameroon.
Okay.
But I have hard time maintaining making the employees to be
Oh, that's
Loyal.
loyal and
oh, that's a good
Whole
one.
system.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a whole
Can you guys hear? That was good because I want to hear what you have to say because I've heard too many people.
I haven't been to 5 countries in Africa, bro. That's something in Africa. Maybe Dr. That's something in Africa is
It's one of the biggest. If there's one thing that I've experienced in the diaspora, is investing back at home and having the investments run the right way.
Yeah.
People.
Oh, Sarah said it wasn't very clear. Let me just repeat. Sarah, the question was about motivating employees in Africa or back home to be effective.
Yes. It depends. It depends. I hope there's so many people to just focus on building a system that works, because if you're going to make it in Africa, you need to understand the terrain, how it works. So there are different things that we need to go through. Let me understand where you are and what you can do, right? But there is a video on my YouTube channel on how to build a business in Cameroon from the diaspora, where I just explain the general concepts. But depending on the core things, we need to look at it and then we'll break it down and build a more working system. Because the complex, a very complex problem. I have seen people. My last client I was trying to work with was somebody in Austin here. He has sent a total of $400,000 back in Cameroon. But when I went to check the business account, it was 1 million francs. I can give you many examples. Out of $400,000 I have sent back home over the years.
He sent $400,000 US and only $2,000 that means $398,000.
Yeah, but I mean,
Right.
I guess it's the same everywhere.
It's the same everywhere. Nigeria, all of that. Yeah.
But the thing is, and I'm not a teacher, but because I also have a business in Nigeria, I find the simplest of things, and maybe the younger generation are more adaptable or open to it than older ones. But I just ask them, what will make it work for you? And can you commit to a year? So we have like yearly contract conversations. They have a contract, but I'm like, what will keep you here for 1 year?
That's smart.
And tell me what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get to London or Canada or whatever,
let me know.
Because when you get there to settle, the first 3 months, you might need to be working with us.
Exactly.
Still before you find your feet.
Yeah.
Find us
That is good.
I engage them. What is exciting class?
Yeah.
I find that $100 in a Christmas card as a bonus, it's exciting just because it's USD.
Yeah.
But giving them $100 equivalent in Naira because Christmas. So we do that traditionally, because they like I like USD too. You know what I mean? So, but I'm finding what excites them. Travel.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things. So, okay, you know what, you're going on vacation, we'll give you a ticket. But it's just those things. But I think some of it is also asking them what works, because somebody, maybe a ticket is not exciting, but for the younger generation, getting a passport and going to Ghana.
Okay, maybe. Oh, right, I see.
You know what I mean? Or instead of giving them, we say, you know what, give your X and Y into this project.
Okay.
There's a potential to get $1,000. Because for them who are going to build the clients, right? So again, some of them have done this job, and then their bonuses will give them that amount of money. So I find it to ask, engage one-on-one, ask, and then do this. Me too, if I was your age, I'll be looking to go to Canada. I tell them.
Yes.
So what can we do? Like, I don't really want to go to Ghana, the NG. I'm just okay. So what will make it work for you? I like to work from home more. Fine. I don't care, but I cannot look for you. Like, I cannot be calling you the day a client is on when I need work done. Work from home. So now they work mostly 3 days at home. So we moved from a highbrow Victoria Island, we moved to Yaba. All of them live in the mainland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are they commuting 3 hours? Then work from home. They get a smaller space. But it's from all of that.
One thing I've learned is that for different people, you get to create different structures. It depends on where you are, the kind of business that you want to do, and where you're taking that business to, right? So many of these ideas we have documented them depending on what you're working on. When we talk to you, we're not okay, you know what, based on where you are, this is the framework that works. Right, everybody? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
And back together. All right. So Lily will take over from here.
Yeah, so we can wrap it up.
Yes.
Oh, this is good.
Sorry. Yes, please. Let me start off, Lily.
Yes.
You're using this. I think this laptop is charged.
Yes. Less than 30. I need to because I want to leave by 2. Oh, it's already. I'll do 15 or so. I'll really do it fast. Me, I'm good. Doc. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's good.
All right. I'm going to photograph it. I'm going to sign it.
That's
What's your name? I'll get it.
Actually organizes.
Hey.
Yeah, but I had to be here.
Uncle Frank, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you had another event.
Yeah.
Yes, take
Oh, really?
Yes.
I-
We're now all family members. Yeah. Yeah.